Oh, hello, didn't see you there. Welcome, welcome to our beautiful pink kitchen. Lols. I'll set the tripod up, I knew you were there. Welcome. For such a long time, a year on YouTube, I have been asked to share the details and do a bit of a tour of the pink kitchen, and today is that day. Little bit of background on the kitchen before I start. When we moved into the house 7 years ago, it was in this kind of shape. So we've kept our fridge and our cooker and our dishwasher, but it was, if you remember, black worktops and cream cupboards. Let me know if you've been around since then. Let me know if you've been around since my old house. Interestingly, the kitchen that we moved into was very similar to what I had in my old house, and I chose that one in my old house. I wanted like black sparkly worktops and cream cabinets, but I just didn't feel like it suited us now, and also there wasn't a lot of storage and we needed storage. And I had always said I really want really pale pink cupboards, white worktops and gold hardware, and everybody said you can't do that, it doesn't exist. It does, because I have it. The one thing you'll note is we didn't do gold hardware, we did silver, because our cooker is silver and our fridge is silver, and I didn't want to replace those, and I don't even know where I would get a gold fridge from. So we kept it all in keeping with the colour tone. It's just me, you and the tripod today, so I think what I'm going to do is put the tripod over here and come round and show you my beautiful pink kitchen. I'm wearing pink just for this. I don't normally swan around my kitchen in a very floaty pink dress, but with all the love for Barbie pink these days, I thought this is the perfect time to embrace the pinkness of the kitchen. So you walk into the kitchen like this, and as you can see, our fridge is here, and this bit looks like it's just the end of the kitchen. Right? Wrong. This is a secret compartment. I love this element of the kitchen. If you tap here, et voila, you have this whole cupboard space, and this is our family organizer where we can put all our food planning, our lists, our little notes. I don't know why I'm keeping the cat's grooming brush in here, but I am. And then this is like a, what's it called, like a dry erase board, a whiteboard. So we just buy the pens and then we can just write whatever we like. But this is so helpful and so useful. Closing that and showing you the bottom compartments, these are so helpful. These are what I've come to call, I started saying it as a joke and now it's stuck, my shove slots. So this is basically a space where when Pearl comes home with some artwork, or I get something that I need to put away but I don't know where to put it in that moment and I haven't sorted myself out, I can just shove things in there. I've been doing it for the whole school year with Pearl's lovely creations, and now, oops, I need to go through them and decide what I'm keeping, what I'm filing, etc. But if you didn't put kids art in here, shove that in there, sorry Pearl, you could put posts, leaflets, you know, all the bump that just ends up on worktops. It doesn't in our house. It goes neatly in my shove slots. Over here we have the fridge. It's the same fridge that we had in the old kitchen, so not much excitement there. Above it we had space, so we have a cupboard here that we just keep kitchen roll and bin bags and lunch boxes, all sorts of normal gubbins that just lived on top of the fridge before. And the amount of comments I had of people complaining about me keeping stuff on top of my fridge. I have this big basket, and someone said, the top of your fridge looks like a back alley. I was like, what does that even mean? How many back alleys have you been full of lunch boxes and kitchen roll? But anyway, for those people, they'll now be thrilled to know we have a cupboard here, nice soft close. If you move over here, we have a drawer that we keep all our bags in, a drawer of bags, and then under here a little cupboard, and in this we keep mixing bowls, salad bowls, bowl things, some cat bowls, some mini bowls, some popcorn bowls. If you need a bowl, that's where it is. And this cupboard deserves a camera angle change, because this is sensational. I don't know if you remember what this area was like of the kitchen before. I used to try not to film it, but we used to have our toaster here and there was no storage above, it was just blank wall and everything would just pile up, bread, cereal, etc, etc. Now though, let's say you are here and you want some breakfast. Welcome to my breakfast nook. It's all hidden away. You've got a lot of bread. We've got a lot of bread at the moment. Ignore how much bread we have. Liam and I have had some miscommunication over who's doing the shopping. I think Liam's bought some bread and I've bought some bread. We've got a lot of bread. Not a problem for me, I quite like bread. But mugs up here, cereal here, chocolate that I'm hiding from the children also up here. Then all our like spreads and things like that. And then in here we do have the toaster and the kettle, which is currently being engulfed by bread-based products. The only thing I will say about this that I didn't think about when we got it was when you want to use the kettle or the toaster, we pull it out, particularly the kettle, because obviously steam and moisture goes up into this bit. So we end up pulling it out, and we also pull out the toaster. I don't think it'd be a huge problem because it's just kind of heat, but we pull that out. I have seen you can get those like little slider tray things off Amazon, so I might get some of those. But I really love this whole setup. I love that we can keep all of our breakfast things together, and I also love that once someone's made their breakfast you can just shut the doors and it's all like really neat, really tidied away, but still a little bit of worktop space just here. So moving around from the breakfast nook, which is just here, so you've got your bearings. In this corner is a soil pipe from upstairs, one of the bathrooms. So it was quite hard to do, we couldn't do cabinets like this at a right angle. And they designed this amazing thing, a corner pantry, that basically cuts the corner. So we don't have a kitchen like this, we've lost that little bit of space. But what we have lost in a little bit of floor space, we have gained in so much storage. This is our corner pantry and I absolutely love it. Let me just bring you a bit closer. I'll be doing some closer shots too. But as you can see, we've got shelves for days. It also goes right down to the bottom, and then shelving in the doors as well. In fact, I might just take you off the stand now. Excuse me, don't mind me. Here we go. So this is about as tidy as this ever gets. I know there's people that like go to town on pantries, and one day maybe I'll do all the jars and everything with matching labels, but this is about as good as it gets for me. At the top there we've got some baking supplies, again baking bits. I know where everything is in this. We've got hot chocolate, pasta that's still like in its bags, some tins there, and then like pickles, sauces, that kind of stuff. And then down here we've got a mixture of, you know, your balsamic vinegar, but also some wine, cash, treats, again more bread. I'm gonna turn into bread, crackers, that kind of thing. And then down here is the bit that the girls like, because we've got all their like snacky bits. Look, I've got things in some tubs, not too bad. Popcorn, more snacky bits in here. Crisps, I'm just storing them in these Morrison's bags because it just works. And then those crisps are ones that are like still like haven't been opened, although look, somebody has gone into my back stock when they could have gone into this. Naughty. And then just kind of some spare containers, my precious Diet Cokes. And then the cupboard doors, I've not organised at all for this video. You know, spices, that kind of thing. But yeah, I absolutely love this space. And now all of our food is, whoa, that's a tripod. Oh my God, that's a tripod again. Go over there, this is not a professional moment. And all of our food is either in here, or in here. So it's much easier to keep on top of. But yes, apologies that it's not, you know, Pinterest perfect tidy, but this is truly as good as it's ever gonna get in my books. Okay, so here's the pantry. If we move around here, I absolutely love this space of the kitchen. I really like the way that the cooker is kind of like encased or framed in this really big, lovely piece of wood up here. At Christmas, we put a garland on the top with lights, and that's really gorgeous. At the moment, we've just got these little guys that I got for the coronation. I didn't really know where to put them, so they've gone up there. But as well as being really beautiful, this is a really functional space. We keep cookbooks and some medicine in this one. This one is a bit of a drawer of bits, you know. Everyone's got bits like that, haven't they? Batteries, keys, and a pair of scissors. In here we keep all of our cling film and foil, and it's really nice to have that all like laid out nicely. I have seen those, you know, like containers that say film, foil, and you can decant all your bits into it. I don't know if I'm there yet. This kind of just works for me in the packets. Maybe one day I'll become that person. I do have dreams of being that person with the labels and the containers and all of that. I do really like it. I like looking at it. I just haven't done it for myself yet, but this is where we keep the foil. If you ever come over, you need a bit of foil, a bit of film, a sandwich bag, it's here for you. And then in the cupboard underneath, we just keep saucepans and baking sheets. On the worktops here, I like to keep some bits and pieces. I keep our fruit here on a little tray, and I keep this Nigella Lawson cookbook out because I feel like it makes it look like I'm regularly cooking from a cookbook. Can't remember the last time I opened that, but you know, the colours work with the kitchen, and I saw my friend Charlotte had a cookbook open on a little stand in her kitchen. I was like, oh, that's a lovely touch. So basically, I just copied it. If we move over to this side, you can see I keep my oils just here. As you can see, I did start with decanting the oils into like matching glass bottles, but then as I was using other stuff to make things, it just ended up there. I should just put it back in the pantry, I know. Eggs in a little like egg doodad. Bought this from a place called Beckwith Emporium, and my friend said, oh, it's very live, laugh, love, isn't it? And I think that she meant that as an insult, but I did not take it as an insult. I know who I am. I'm 2012 shabby chic. I'm live, laugh, love. I'm basic and I'm okay with it. This is my egg carrier and I like it. In here, this is where we keep the children's cups and like bottles and things from out and about, and they can reach that as well. And then this is another junk drawer thing where I keep basically like manuals for things. Morphy Richards sear and stew slow cooker, which I am yet to use, but should I need the instructions, they're in my little instruction drawer. Just shut that and never look at that again. Beneath my live, laugh, love egg holder, this is our drawer of utensils, and it's so handy having it right next to the cooker. Oh, something about the cooker, I should say, we kept the same like light and extractor fan. I think, have we kept the same light and extractor fan? Not entirely sure, maybe that is new. I know before it had that big glass bit on, and we don't have that. I don't know, but the backsplash is just glass, or just white glass. That is something I wish, I don't know, something I think that I do like it, but I do think that there was another option that would have been nicer, but I do like it. It's in keeping with the worktops, it's fine. The cupboards under here, we just keep our like plates and like cereal bowls and things in, so that's nice. I'm going to lower you so I can show you some more of my shove slots. As I lower you, please feel free to consider writing a nice comment about my shove slots. And in fact, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you are. Right, so this is something that I think is really, really beautiful in our kitchen. We had this gap here that basically we couldn't fill with another cupboard. It wasn't quite big enough for like one of these like skinny little cupboards, but we needed something in it. And so they put in a chopping board, here we go, and also a tray underneath it. And I thought that was a really, really gorgeous touch to the kitchen. Whilst we're down here, I'll just show you our corner cupboard, and that's where I keep all of my Tupperware stuff. And then, this is very exciting. It shouldn't be this exciting, but it is. We've got an integrated bin with 2 bins, one for recycling, one for trash, and I love it. Right, I'm going to bring you up again because this is not a flattering angle to be presenting the tour from. Welcome back to a nice height. Here we find ourselves by the window, and I really like this portion of the kitchen. We keep our air fryer out all the time because we use it such a lot. I did initially think with this kitchen I would have nothing out on the worktops. Like, I really love that the toaster and the kettle are tucked away, but it just looks really stark with nothing out. It just didn't feel like a family kitchen, so that's why I've got my fruit bowl out and I've got my oils out and my live, laugh, love egg thing out. I'm really hung up on that, aren't I? Maybe I did take it as an insult. Yes, we love this. We've got the dual Ninja and it's so good. Something I love is these little lights. You can't feel the joy of clicking this button, but it's a really satisfying click. Hang on. I don't know if that would have picked up. It's very satisfying. This is our glassware cupboard here. I'm going to show you another glassware cupboard in a minute, and I wish that we'd had the same backing as we had on that cupboard on this cupboard, but we don't. So that's where we have our like adults glasses. Like if a guest comes or if we want a glass of water, we'll use those glasses. And then, are we in frame? Yes. Over here we couldn't put a cupboard all the way to the window because it would have like stuck out beyond the window, so they put in these little shelves and I absolutely love them. I think they bring a really nice like decorative touch. I'm going to just take you again here while you're flying. So these are my little shelves. So I know that they still have some Easter decor, but I like Easter decor, so it's staying up there. I like the little bunnies and the colours, and then I kept that there because of the pink of the moe, and it's a special one from the Queen's Jubilee. And then down here, my friend bought me this book, and I put it here when she got it for me, and I still haven't moved it, but Diana, I think, would approve of my kitchen. I use these all the time when people come over to put like crisps or nibbles in them, but thought they were too pretty to put in the cupboard. I bought this at a little antiques fair, and I thought I would put my condiments in it, you know, like salt, pepper, mustard, and I haven't. Got a big bit of ribbon in there though, so that's just one of those things that lives there. And then a card from a friend, a candle, and then actually another candle here. This is from the coronation from old Charlie boy. So that's still got candle left in it, you know, so I put that there. And then these flowers and vase are both from IKEA, and we had bought them because they were going to go in Liam's office, and then when I made them up I was just like, oh no, these are really nice, so they've stayed here. And this is a new addition. I bought this at the Range and I really like it because it's small. Like, that's quite a small cake stand. It's like small and tall, and I like that a lot. We'll go handheld for this bit so I can move you out of the window so the lighting is better. But something I just wanted to point out is following round from the kitchen. I think this is another really lovely design element, is this sort of like pink plank. If I just try and block out some of that window so you get nice light, there we go. And it's obviously painted the same colour, and it kind of helps attach everything over here. I don't think it's a structural attachment, but it just ties in the colours. It's really difficult because the light from the window is making everything else look quite dark, but that is there. If I move you down, that will brighten up. Lovely. So this is my sink area, and I absolutely love this sink. It's really, really big. The cupboards underneath, I've got my cleaning products in, and then this is our integrated dishwasher. It's the same dishwasher that we had with the old kitchen. That's the bin, if you remember. But it's the little details that I think are really beautiful about this kitchen. Like this bit here is just curved. It's just a nice little kind of, just looks aesthetically lovely. I opted to have the grooves put into the worktops, and I'm really happy I did because that makes a nice draining board and I don't have to have anything on there. This little guy was from Amazon, I think. He did have another use. I had used him to put my oils on, but I just didn't feel like this went. Like, I like this. This is my grandma's, or was my grandma's. I just think that looks prettier just there. Eventually, if I find something a bit more traditional and vintagey, I'll replace it and put this somewhere else. But for now, this is a good little catch-all. Happy with the tap. I like that a lot. Up here, just got Pearl's lunchbox. Ignore this, but Pearl's lunchbox and a tin and some seeds. Where's that from? Oh, Subway. Lovely jubbly. I could have put those in my shove slots, couldn't I? Right, for now they're there. So moving on from the sink area, if we come over here, we have this tall boy cupboard. I wanted somewhere where I could store big things like the Hoover, the brush, like big things go in here. I do need to get some like brackets on the wall in there so that I can like put these things up. There is a plug socket in there which is amazing, so I can charge them, and then also some extra storage just up there. And the good thing about this is it kind of signals like the end of the kitchen, and yet we still have a bit more, because if you remember, my last kitchen stopped here and there was just like a gap. Wanted to make the most of this gap, so we made this kind of like entertainment area. Let me just rejig you. Entertainment area, kind of come family hub. We use this, we call this our hair station sometimes. Basically, in this drawer is all of the girls' hair bits, and this is where I stand to do their hair in the morning. But also we have our like really nice glasses if we have guests come. You'll note that the backing of this cupboard, lovely lights as well, the backing of this cupboard is like antique glass, and I love it, and I wish that I had it in that cupboard, and I also wish that I had it as the backing for the cooker, because I think it's just beautiful. We're down again. Down here we have a little drinks fridge, and initially I was so against it. So I was like, this is so unnecessary, we're never going to use it, we don't need it. But Liam was so for it, and I'm glad we have it, because we do keep Diet Cokes in there, and it's kind of good because if we have guests coming for entertaining, then we've got like our special glasses there and like special drinks in here, so you can do it all from here. Oh my god, my knees. And then as you can see, this worktop space is just like a bit of a catch-all for things. We don't have USBs in every plug socket, it's just a couple, but I'm so glad we have it here, because we just end up using this as our like charging station for things. Stuff gets dumped here, bits and pieces to do. But yeah, this is actually a very, very used and useful part of the kitchen. So if I swing you around from this bit, I've opened all the cupboards here, but as you can see, we have a lot of storage underneath our island, and I'm so happy because this is something we didn't have with the last one. Now that I look at it like this, I'm like, wow, I need to organise that better, but I know where everything is. Tell me your cupboards look like this as well. No one ever does kitchen tours where like it looks like that, do they? Everyone's stuff always looks so neat, but these are the people we are. We're shovers. We've just shoved things in. But like I said, we know where it all is, and this is just so handy for like your toasty maker, and like our Christmas plates are right at the back there that we don't need access to all the time, and you know, this is just very, very helpful. I'm going to show you now what's on the other side of the island. On this side of the island, we have 3 drawers here. This is our utensil drawer. I bought these dividers off Amazon because you can make them bigger or smaller depending on your drawer. Look, see, they slide. And we're really happy with that. And then in this one, we keep all of our tea towels and what are these called? Oven gloves, cloths, that sort of thing. And then in this one we keep all of our bigger pots and pans, and that works really well because literally just here is the cooker. If we move over, we have this skinny one. I don't really know what to put in here, so there seems to be a few little like baking bits, but they probably don't need to be in there, but that's where we are with that. We have a microwave, and so many people have said, oh, why is your microwave so low? Like, oh, I could never have a microwave that low, but it's absolutely fine. Like, your oven is low. People don't have worktop ovens, although actually people do have those ones that are like double on top of each other, aren't they? But this isn't a problem, and this isn't a problem. I love that it's in there, it's tucked away, it's not on the surfaces. I'm really happy with that design. And then in here is where we keep all of our chopping boards. The number one question I get about this kitchen is, what does Liam think about having a pink kitchen? Liam really likes the kitchen. He can appreciate that it's a beautiful kitchen. I think if Liam was the kind of man that was worried about having pink around him, Liam wouldn't be in this relationship, because we have a lot of pink in this house. Pink is just a colour, it's just a really beautiful colour, and you can still be a very manly man and have a pink kitchen, that's okay. He has remained manly with the pink kitchen, so yeah, I know that there'll be some comments about that, but he really loves it. and it really works for us as a family. The children can reach things. It's really lovely to host here. The one thing that we still don't have is chairs, breakfast bar chairs, stools. I just can't find any that I really like and that I think would be like plus size friendly. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm thinking wood and white or kind of natural tones, but yeah, I found it really difficult to find those. Okay, I think that is probably all I have to say on the kitchen for the moment. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll either respond to the comments, or if there's enough, I'll do a whole kitchen Q&A, which I think will be quite fun. I'm really happy living my pink Barbie Dreamhouse dreams. I hope this inspires you to have the house that you want, necessarily the house that you think you should have, and I will see you all soon. Do make sure you subscribe and thumbs up the video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!